Welcome back for another video. 3 game weeks remaining. It's a small double next for Man City and Palace. Who are the best players to buy this week? Should we be buying any Palace players or avoid them? Decided to delay this one to Tuesday with the extra benefit of City playing first on Monday, which did give us some useful extra context. I've got a question for you. Have you ever gotten thirsty before? You probably have. I received this package from Holy last month and I've spent the last few weeks trying every flavour. Holy have genuinely changed the game here and I'm going to explain why. So all you have to do is add the sachets to water. It's 0 sugar, there's no aspartame, no taurine, pure natural flavours. And there's a few different types. The milkshake one gives you sugar-free, low-calorie dessert. The energy one is a sugar-free energy drink, about the same caffeine as 2 espresso shots, so that'll wake you up. It's perfect for work or if you're studying or just productivity. The iced tea one has got antioxidants and fibre and it's a real tea base. And there's the hydration one, that's the last one, perfect for sports or just general hydration. It's packed with electrolytes and minerals and coconut water and it's caffeine free and it hydrates better than water. It's a genuinely better alternative to conventional energy drinks and soft drinks. If you ever read the label on them, you'll see exactly why, and you'll notice the difference. The starter set has got all 4 types there, and each little box, as you saw, is packed with 14 sachets, so it's ridiculous value as well. I'd recommend start with the starter set, because you get all of those 4, plus you get the shaker, and you get quick delivery. And better yet, exclusively to viewers of the channel, the code FOCAL5 gets you a £5 off your first order, and the code FOCAL gets you 10% off. So basically, use whichever one gets you the biggest discount. Just try them both out. And the link you need is down in the description. Check out Holy Energy. So, goalkeepers first, and Donnarumma, of course, top this week. He's on 7.8 points. Then it's Henderson, who's second top for their double. If you're on a Gameweek 36 free hit or wildcard, let's say, you definitely go about the City keeper, don't you? Because obviously the outfield players have got way more upside. Instead, Henderson makes far more sense on either chip. Henderson, I think, is really only worth considering with a free transfer. If you've got at least several free transfers, and you can go for him as a 1-week punt. Their fixtures after this week aren't great. I mean, it's not great regardless this week, but it is a double. But again, the Palace defenders are more of a priority if you're looking to buy into their double game week. It is worth repeating the quote from Glasner after their 3-0 loss to Bournemouth. Let's say you have a friend's birthday and your wedding a few days later. You're more excited for the wedding. This is the same. Bournemouth's semi-final was today. Ours is Thursday. I mean, the expectations are pretty low for Palace this week, but maybe they'll surprise us in the double. Even without Glasner stating the obvious, we all suspected that their prioritisation of the league is obviously really low, and Glasner's been rotating the team in recent weeks, which is a sign of that. Brighton are home to Wolves this week, so if you've got Verbruggen, you're in a great position in goal. If you're in a need of a cheap keeper this week and you can't afford Henderson, for example, then yeah, Verbruggen's your man. He might do alright in the final 2 games as well after the Wolves fixture if you are forced to play him. He's got Leeds away and then Man United home. And obviously Brighton fighting for European football next season. And then further down the list we've got Raya, Lamens, Martinez, Pickford and Sells. So let's take a look at defenders. It's almost completely a double gaming list, and it's O'Reilly who's top on FPL review, 9.5 points, and then it's Mateus, Guehi, Munoz, Richards, Kuzanov, Lacroix, and Kadioglu is the one single gaming player here. O'Reilly, obviously the staple Man City defender, he's by far the most owned. We're talking 91% ownership at the higher ranks, which is the 3rd highest after Haaland and Bruno. If you're really chasing, and everyone in your league has got O'Reilly, then Guehi or Nunez are the alternatives there to consider. Your left back is the one position that Pep's got good depth and defence right now, so just to play devil's advocate, with Man City's really hectic schedule, maybe there's a small chance that Aït-Nouri comes in for a game, maybe it'll just be in the cup final. It is a risky play though, isn't it? And it's only worth mentioning for those that are really looking for a big way to differentiate in these final 3 game weeks. Another way is Palace defenders, who not many are going to be owning. Which one is best really depends on your view of who's the most nailed for the double. I would guess Munoz and Lacroix are pretty safe, but you really don't know what Palace are going to do in this unprecedented situation. Given they are Glasner's 2 best defenders, I would go Lacroix number 1, Munoz number 2, and Richards number 3 if I was ranking them. You'd expect a good chance of DEFCON for Lacroix. He's averaged 10.79 per 90 over the season. That ranks 2nd best in the league after Senesi. Richards has also been solid with 9.98 per 90. Canvo's not on the table. I should give it the extra caveat that that list is filtered to players that have started at least 75% of games And if we adjust that to include Canvo, who's been in the team since Gay's departure, 11.88 defcons per 90, actually more than Senesi even. He's only 4.5 mil, 73% defcon hit rate. Kadioglu is the huge upside single game week defender this week. He's only 4.4 mil. He started every game since game week 5, and he did just bag a 15 pointer against Chelsea a couple of games ago. Of course, if you've got Van Heck as well, maybe from the game week 32 wildcard, then he's ideal to start this week as well. Gabriel is on 4.6 points this week, which ranks among the best for single game week players, not enough to make the table. If you don't own any Arsenal defence, then it could be the time to buy back, especially including the very high ownership. Huge rank threat there if they do keep a clean sheet against West Ham. Man City dropped points to Everton as well, and Arsenal no longer need to chase the goal difference. Perhaps this will make their defenders a little bit more appealing with that in mind. Gabriel and Saliba are only two defenders that are worth it though right now. The rest are just too risky, plus of course Raya is fine in goal. But yeah, it could be Mosquera, it could be White and right back, it could be Hincapie or Calafiori left back. Midfielders next, and Cherki is top of all mids this week, followed by Semenyo and then Doku. It was Doku who came to City's rescue to salvage the point at least of a brace. 15 pointer, his biggest score of the entire season. Now the Man City mids are just really high variance, aren't they? Like Cherki's been the one that's been scoring the most recently, or more consistently it feels like. Over the last 6 game weeks, Doku's 32 points is actually now more than any City mid surprisingly. Cherki just behind on 29 points, Semenyo on 11 points over the last 6 game weeks. So do we swap Semenyo to Cherki, or maybe even Doku then? Doku I wouldn't swap him for. The Cherki swap does make sense. I think if you've got at least a couple of free transfers, otherwise sticking it out might be the better play and just aim to make better gains elsewhere. It's a little bit risky to use your only free transfer and swapping one City mid to another, if that makes sense. You know, maybe you want to target Arsenal players instead for their amazing run of fixtures, particularly Burnley home with 37. Saka is on exactly 5.0 projected points if he gets 75 minutes. A goal and an assist against Fulham in 45 minutes last game, double-digit return. That Palmer to Saka switch does look really good considering Chelsea's diabolical form and obviously Palmer's lack of output. Quite fine margins though, like had he buried that penalty, I think we might have been saying it could be delayed until 37, particularly if Saka gets lots of minutes against Atletico. You know, he's certain to start after coming off at half-time. Liverpool away for Chelsea, which is typically a tough fixture, but it's worth also pointing out Liverpool have conceded 9.78 expected goals over their last 6 games. That ranks 4th worst in the league. There is a case for keeping Palmer if Saka gets high minutes in the Champions League, and it might also be appealing if Liverpool's still without Alisson and Mamardashvili. Wilson's returns have dried up a little bit recently, but he's another name that's not quite on the list that's worth considering. You might find it preferable to buy Wilson this week over Saka, and then you sell a different midfielder for Saka and Game Week 37. That also works, and that's something I'm considering. So, you know, it could be like Struijk to Gabriel, Palmer to Wilson, and then Gross to Saka and Game Week 37. Wilson ranks 6th among all midfielders for projected points in the final 3 game weeks, or he's actually 4th if you exclude the City mids with their double game week. He's got Bournemouth home, then Wolves away, then Newcastle home, so it's a pretty good run for Wilson. I mean, Sarr is clearly a massive risk as well. He's on the table because it's a double, but it's probably a sensible decision to avoid buying. He started 1 of the last 4 league games. Bruno G was someone that we talked about in last week's video as a potential super differential. He was in crazy form early in the season with loads of double-digit returns, back from injury. He did come away with an assist and a bonus point last game, and he's got Forest next, who are putting a really heavy focus on Europa. We saw how much they rotated against Chelsea. Not that it mattered in the end, but after that he's got West Ham home and then lastly Fulham away, so Bruno G looks great as well. And finishing up with a quick look at the forwards and then we'll look at the team of the week. If you've still got your triple captain and Haaland's the obvious choice, he's on 14 projected points. It might be the highest we've seen the entire season in fact. He's absolutely miles ahead of anyone else this week. Funnily enough, going back to the stats on the last 6 game weeks points, Doku and Cherki have both got more points than Haaland over the last 6. So if you're really pushing for a mega differential play, Cherki triple captain is an option as well, but honestly I'd personally go Haaland regardless, and you'll still make good gains from triple captain Haaland and every point that he gets. Låbakk is 2nd this week with that Wolves fixture, and then it's Mateta, and then it's Watkins who's got Burnley. Same story with Mateta and Strand Larsen as it was with Sarr. It's just too risky really, so I would avoid them. In previous season, we've had a huge double game week from Palace with Elise, Eze and Mateta all putting up double-digit points. But this time round, there's no one really that makes sense. They're all risky. So, yeah, it's just Henderson and defenders. They're a logical pick if you want a Palace player. Richarlison's got a goal and assist in his last 2 games now, and he's got Leeds home next. He's an interesting differential for 6.3 mil, with Spurs fighting for survival still. They were really impressive against Villa as well, and they're looking better every game as De Zerbi gets more time each week to stamp his playstyle on the squad. Watkins was benched in that loss against Spurs. I would expect him to come back into the 11 though, having been saved for the Europa and rested. It's Burnley next, and they're by far the worst for XGC over the last 6 game weeks. They're bottom in the league as well over the season. And of course Parker's left, so they're absolutely still a team to target. Just Watkins really pricey unfortunately, but there is big potential there. And lastly, let's take a look at the team of the week using all the data from this video. What's the best 11 for Gameweek 36? It's a 4-4-2. It's Henderson in goal, Kadioglu, Lacroix, Munoz and O'Reilly. And then it's Bruno, Cherki, Gross, Szoboszlai, Haaland and then Welbeck up front. How many players have you got from Team of the Week? If you'd like to check out Team of the Week and other FPL tools, just search FPL Focal in the App Store. The app is free. Thank you very much, Holy, for their support. There's a link at the top of the description with the coupon codes to get some big savings there, so do check Holy out. See you soon for the next one.